The descendants of the last remaining humans of Akavir, dragon hunters, they came in search of the Dragonborn. Delving back into the First Era, the Akaviri Dragonguard was a group devoted to the tracking and hunting of the dragons in Akavir. They were incredibly powerful in their homeland, so when they set their sights on Tamriel, it's no surprise that their invasion was successful. Met with no resistance, the Dragonguard literally just marched across Tamriel until arriving at the Jerall mountains of Cyrodiil. They had come in search of the Dragonborn and were met by Emperor Reman. Simply after hearing his voice, the Dragonguard recognized Reman as Dragonborn and swore themselves to the protection of him and his descendants. This new and talented force of soldiers at his disposal brought the unity of the vast majority of Tamriel under Reman's rule in what is now known as the Second Empire. The Dragonguard served Reman as guardsmen while continuing their hunt for dragons across Tamriel. They even opened several branches of their operation throughout the provinces and stationed temples there. Cloud Ruler Temple in Cyrodiil and Skyhaven Temple in Skyrim are the only two standing structures left from this organization. While the Dragonguard proved useful for both Emperor Reman and his son when he took the throne, the third generation of Reman's lineage was not so fortunate. In a moment of carelessness, the Dragonguard unknowingly allowed a member of the Morakton to slip through their defenses and assassinate Reman III. Losing their status as the King's Guards, the Dragonguard sought work elsewhere. Some were recruited to join a stealthy, unofficial task force known as the Akaviri Potentates, while others resorted back to the hunting and killing of dragons. The rest became run-of-the-mill mercenaries and inadvertently created the Fighters Guild, now famously known throughout Tamriel. After years working among the common rabble, or honing their skills as Akavir Potentates, the Dragonguard were called upon once again. Emperor Tiber Septim, the new Dragonborn ruler, had taken over the throne. The Dragonguard were to stand together once more as the King's Guards under a new name. They became the Blades, a legion of the finest swordsmen and intelligent minds the Emperor could gather. Maintaining the Akavir heritage, the Blades wielded katanas in the style of their homeland, and wore the traditional armor which was akin to their origins. They became what the Dragonguard could never accomplish, an intricately woven association of secretive, trustworthy agents devoted to the safety of the Emperor. With this new level of power and superior assemblage, the Blades were assigned many difficult tasks, one of which took centuries to achieve. They were charged by Emperor Septim to locate and retrieve each shattered piece of the medium, the giant Dwemer automaton known as the Brass Tower in the Dragonborn prophecy. The eventual completion of this task in the Third Era resulted in the warp in the west, which triggered the death of the King of Daggerfall, and the chaos in Hammerfell and Daggerfall which followed suit. These events actually serve as the plot after the game The Elder Scrolls Daggerfall. Not long after, when the Dragons of Skyrim were thought to be extinct and the Blades had focused their efforts and faith into their god Talos, the reigning Emperor, Jerall Septim, was assassinated by the Mythic Dawn. Not only the Emperor himself was murdered, but all of his known heirs, all while they were to be under the protection of the Blades. Thankfully, a trusted group of guards knew of a bastard son who the Emperor didn't know, and with the help of the unknown champion, the world was set right once more. The bastard son lost his life in the process, and thus brought an end to the Septim line. If this sounds familiar to you, that's because this set in motion the events of the Oblivion Crisis, which is the plot for the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. So, without a Dragonborn ruler to protect, the Blades fell, much like their late Dragonguard ancestors. While they were officially disbanded once again, the Blades saw a potential threat in the Aldmeri Dominion and the Thalmor. The remaining members worked tirelessly against the Elven organizations in secret. Once the White Gold Concordat was signed and the worship of Talos was outlawed, the Thalmor gained power over the Blades and were given free reign over the persecution of the once respected group. With little choice left, the Blades sank into hiding and remained there until the reappearance of the dragons in the Fourth Era, and the beginning of the plot of the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. While continuing their fight against the Thalmor, the Blades returned to their roots, aiding the Dragonborn in the killings of dragons. The Blades' hideout, Skyhaven Temple, gave access to ancient dragon lore, which told of the only way to defeat Alduin, the World Eater. The Blades carried on their traditions after Alduin's defeat, putting an end to the few remaining dragons and rebuilding their organization under Delphine, the Grandmaster. The Blades are an age-old organization with a rich and exciting heritage, one of great triumph, tribulation, and adventure along the way. They made appearances at such pinnacle points in the history of Tamriel and in many Elder Scrolls titles, yet It seems as though they have fulfilled their purpose. Is there truly a need for dragon hunters when the dragon menace has been all but wiped out? Or will they find themselves in yet another dangerous adventure? The Greybeards harbor an obvious mistrust for the organization, as they believe the Blades misuse the Dragonborn's power. If they were to take it a step too far, would the Greybeards be forced to take action?